Welcome to Product Marketing Alliance. We're home to everything a product marketer needs to learn, share, and succeed in their role. The definitive product marketing course, Product Marketing Core, is the perfect platform for experienced product marketers to broaden their existing knowledge, as well as educate newcomers beginning with their product marketing journey. Our community. We're home to more than 10,000 product marketers across the world, and every single day, tons of product marketing specific conversations go down. The community hasn't just been an absolute wealth of knowledge and answers, it's the place for constant inspiration. With a PMA membership plan, everything a product marketeer could possibly need is all in there, all in one place. Whether you want to grab a template, learn about how to become more strategic from product marketeers who've mastered it, sit back and watch hundreds of hours of presentations from some of the world's most trusted brands, our packages have got it all and more. We really are, dare we say it, the one-stop shop.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today to discuss one of my favorite topics, that is creating KPI that have a strategic impact. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we will look in detail at a framework for KPI tracking that I have implemented for Wilmington Healthcare. Just to provide a little context, Wilmington Healthcare is a B2B software as a service company that sells products to all customers of the NHS, that is the healthcare, public healthcare provider in UK. For the past 6 years, Wilmington Healthcare have grown mainly by acquisition. So innovation, integration, and tracking are at the forefront of all of the operations. At the moment, I am the only product marketing manager in my company. And on top of my normal activities, my main focus are processes and analytics to add a scientific spin to all of the marketing deliverables. Here you have a product marketing word cloud that encompasses all responsibilities and skills associated with our roles. It's not a mystery that wearing multiple hats is one of our major skills, but depending on the company that we're on and what our strengths, some of those skills are more relevant than others. So definitely being able to prioritize is something that I'm sure all of you have learned as soon as you join your company and start to be a product marketing manager. My main question though is, which are the skills that have a strategic meaning for my company? So which are the work streams that make a tangible difference? With this question in mind, I have created a framework, a very simple one, that really helped me to communicate within my company through KPI analysis. This framework has 4 stages. We have a plan stage where we define what we want to talk about in our dashboard and we organize and collect our data. After, we have an analysis stage when we basically create a mega file and we blend all of our quantitative data. You can use Excel, Power BI, Tableau, whatever is your preferred software, as long as it contains all of the data and is able to have all of the data cleanses, so all of the logic behind it needs to be able to show in your software. Finally, you have a share stage where you create visual for your audience. So you can choose again PowerPoint, Tableau, whatever is the way you feel comfortable to show information to your audience, as long as the information are clear, concise, and easy understandable. At the improve stage, instead, that's where we collect all of our stakeholders' information and we make strategic decisions. So the plan stage, first thing we need to do is to define our objective. And that means create a story for our dashboard. I warmly suggest you to keep one story for your whole dashboard, because creating a lot of work stream could be dispersive and sometimes your stakeholder won't be able to concentrate and give you their advice. To create a relevant story, you need to align it to your company business objective, your organization internal objective, and your own personal development objective. For example, if your company business objective is to grow organically, while your marketing organization is to create more leads, and your own personal development objective is to help with conversion of those leads, your story will be about converting leads from organic traffic and content into sales. My last suggestion is to be thorough. That means find case studies, find a mentor, leverage internal knowledge, look at some resources online, expand your vision before you go and collect the data. So you are able to find some extra KPI that will give you a better view of the story you want to tell. Now that you have a clear view of your story, it's time to organize your data. In this presentation, I have organized my data around the lead funnel because this is the marketing common view when looking at customer. Lead generation for us come from organic and paid content and education, social media, you name it. So on top of this funnel, there is all of the different sorts for our leads. The funnel is divided in 3 stages. You have a lead generation, that is the top of the funnel activities. You have a marketing qualified lead to sales qualified lead, so it's the pipeline stage, and after you have the conversion. Here you have a map, some of the relevant activities that can influence the success of each single stage of the funnel. For example, at lead generation, you can have some brand awareness activities or your lead segmentation and scoring, your product roadmap. While at the MQL to SQL conversion, you have all of your demos, video, training, customer acquisition, meeting activity with the customer. And finally, at conversion, you will have your product use, your retention rate, and your customer satisfaction. On the left, I also mapped the stakeholders by funnel stage. So my stakeholder have an interest in the results of my KPIs or my dashboard. They hold and are responsible of some of my KPIs, or they can contribute to the success of my KPIs. At the end, I add all of the product marketing activities as well mapped by funnel stage. And that is the contribution that I, as a product marketing manager, or your team as a product marketing manager team, contribute at each level of the funnel. So that's a case study of how Wilmington Healthcare have worked on a planning stage. Our main story was to show marketing impact on lead conversion. For this, we have created 5 categories. They are the large umbrella that include various KPIs that can sit at different level of your funnel stage, and they can involve one or multiple stakeholders. For example, brand awareness encompasses all of our survey and Google Analytics activities and sits at the top of the funnel in terms of lead conversion with all of our content and all of our branding survey that we do. And it sits at the end, a conversion stage, when we have a customer satisfaction survey. The stakeholders is only marketing for this specific category. For product instead, products KPI sit at each single stage of the funnel. They sit at the lead generation stage because we have some product-specific content They sit to the MQL to SQL stage because we have all of our meeting activity and all of our video views. And finally, they sit at conversion because we have all of our product usage. The stakeholders for the products are multiple. We have all of the product and development team, we have all of our sales team, and the customer service. Now we're ready to build the dashboard. So at Analyze stage, I have break down this stage in 7 different steps that we're going to go look at them one by one. From your category, you have to go one level of detail and create your macro KPIs. And those are category indicators that sit at a specific stage of the lead funnel. So, for example, for your product category, you will have product usage that sit at conversion stage, while you will have demo view that sit at marketing qualified lead to sale qualified lead stage of the funnel. After that, you go to a level of detail even more, and you create your second level KPIs. Those are single measuring metrics. For example, in your product usage macro KPI, you will have active user, or how many single users you have, or versus multiple users. Whatever it will create depth to your macro KPIs. Next stage is mapping your data. And that is a very crucial stage. You'll need to understand where the data are located, who has access to this data, what is the segmentation and the cleansing process you have to do in order to blend them together. You'll find that at this stage, some of these metrics cannot be achieved because the roadblocks are too big, then discard them. Don't go and spend time on things that they're not achievable. Next, you set goal on your second level KPIs. The goal need to be numeric, and his usually comes from like a trending or analyze on what you've done the year before. If you don't have any trends, try to set a tracking on a specific second level KPI. For about 6 months should be good enough to have a good view of what's happening. Next stage is prioritize, and that means assign each category or macro KPIs a quantitative measurement of importance. That means that if your company or organization is focusing, for example, on brand awareness, your brand awareness category will have a higher priority respect of the others, and then will contribute more to the success of your story. Sometimes, again, at this stage, you will notice that once you prioritize some of the second level KPIs, they don't really make a lot of sense to your story. So again, discard what is not important and not essential. So this is the crucial stage, the calculator. It's quite a complex concept, at least for me it was, to grasp, but once I understood it, it's quite easy to execute. Your calculator is a matrix that integrates the performance of all your second level KPIs. From your second level KPIs, it links this performance to your macro KPIs, to your category, and finally, it will give one universal measurement of your story's success. In the next slide, I am going to talk you through the case study of Wilmington Healthcare, so we're going to get back in details on the calculator. Last stage is simply collect your data on your software and analyze. Here is how Wilmington Healthcare have built the dashboard. On your left, you have some of the category. For a question of space, there are only 3. And we decide to prioritize or weight this category at category level. So you'll know here that 30% of my study success will be given by customer engagement category. Each category has a macro KPI, and then in details, a second level KPI. And each second level KPI has a goal. Depending on my monthly performance, my calculator applies a scale of 1 to 5 to measure KPI success. So if my social media engagement in this month is 5%, my scale and my calculator will tell me that the score is 5. This score will be integrated with the other second level KPIs here, new follower, to create a score for the customer campaign engagement. And from there, he will be blended with lead segmentation to create a final score to the customer engagement. This score will be then give a quantitative, will be then blend with our weight and our prioritization to obtain a measurement of our overall success. Once your quantitative dashboard is finalized, it's time to create your visual to share with the wider organization. First, set your audience and decide which stakeholder groups need to have access to which information. Not all the information, if you map them correctly, are relevant to everyone. So maybe you want to make 1-2 different visuals from different stakeholders and from different meetings. Also decide what's the cadence you want to give to collect your information. I do this monthly, but even quarterly will be good enough. And finally, is tell a story in your visual. Don't just add your graph and your display of data. Sometimes your stakeholders won't necessarily know all of the background, and then having a commentary around your slide will make things easier. This is our Wilmington Healthcare creates the dashboard and the visual. So you have your funnel success index, that is my one number that show the success of my whole story, and is color coded depending on the score that actually we have. I have all of the category and a visual trend on how the category is performing this month. But I have also a commentary that gives me the highlight of the months, what have been the challenges, and which are the reasons behind the change. I also focus on my social media activities and my top of the funnel activities and my conversion to marketing qualified leads. I have a part when I discuss in a qualitative way of what are the action I do as a product marketing manager. So I show them a timeline on what has been done the months before, what I'm working on right now, and what is in the pipeline. But also I provide some quantitative specifics on the product. So we have usage, demo view, active user, and the meeting activity. The last stage of our framework is improve. And that is the crucial stage that will give your data and all of your work a strategic impact for your company. So one thing I always recommend is to discuss what's next and what are the priorities and the future activities that they will impact your data. You can write that as a commentary in your slide and in your visual, or you can discuss that in front of your audience if you are actually talking with them. So you are open to collect their feedback and all of the suggestions and comments. These are really important because those are the comments that will help you to focus all of your effort and achieve the greatest success and have a strategic impact. One thing I suggest is also to own the strategy. What I mean with that is to understand all of the background of your data. You'll find that when you put together this dashboard, some of your data are not your responsibility, but you need to understand what's going on and then be able to guide your objection to the right person in case. This is the last slide of our presentation, and then I got 3 things I would like you to take away with you today. First of all, the KPIs are the bones of your strategy success. You can use them to tell a story that will really add value to your company, your organization, and your objective. Even if the framework seems a bit complex, remember that you do not need to be an expert. Just understand your data and where the data are coming from. Open yourself to collaboration and be just an excellent translator. And I think that being a translator is actually the essence of our job. Thank you so much for listening to me today. If you have any question, please drop some in the chat and I will answer to you. And thank you for your time. Bye.